Hello lovelies, how are you all doing this weekend? Are you all excited to create a little project with me? Well, I have had a wonderful time playing around with scraps and I hope that you're going to follow along and we can do this together. So yes, a very warm welcome. Now I must share with you, I have actually placed some of the goodies in the journals. So remember these little pockets that we made together? I have actually put those into this one opposite this checkered and rose page. So I put two of those in there. And then I also stuck down a pink one on the avocado page and just stenciled on there opposite that lovely wood grain page. And then on this page with the checks, I stuck down the little belly band only. That's all I've done there. And you can see this is loose. You can take it out. And I just want to make sure because I can't get my head around there. And then you can slide it back in. So that's what I did with that one. And then on the other one quickly, let's just move that over. I did a similar thing, so I just want to show you where I've put it. So stuck the belly band and stenciled on this wood grain page for that blue one, which looks really nice, I think. I like that it's removable. And then stuck down on the other side of the wood grain the pink little envelopes that we made. And then really lastly, toward the back here, I've put in those little pockets opposite that page because I thought that went really well. So just a little update on that. Right, so today I am going to be using this signature. I've made a little butterfly peg where I'm going to work. I'm going to stick something on there. We're going to create for that page. So I'm just going to put that to the side. And I really did have a great time using up a pile of scraps. Now I'll just show you really quickly. I have grabbed a piece of tea stain paper, any scrap paper that you have, because we're going to cover it, so it doesn't matter. This measures 6 1/4 inches that way and 7 1/2 inches that way. We are going to fold it in half. All right, that's 15 1/2 centimeters by 19. All right, so fold it in half. We're going to use this, and then again I use scraps from this little quilt. I tore out little squares. I'll show you in a minute. All the other little background scraps that I had in my tray. And then we're also going to need, I've used a piece of this, which is a scrap that I had over from Rachand's. Luckily I had two because I made two. So we're going to use this sort of neutral area. Could use tea stain paper for the neck for this really. And then I managed to find Rachand's page like this. And I've used this yellow stripe. It will make sense when I'm explaining it to you. All right, so yeah, I've made a pile of little squares. All right, so I've used the rose paper, I've used the quilts, and I've just torn out the little squares. And we're making these squares, what are they? They are about 1 1/2 inches by 1 1/2 inches. So that's about 4 centimeters by 4. And all I did was, I take my fingers and I'm gauging it. You don't need to be exact. I'm just tearing little squares out like this with my fingers. Really relaxing to do in front of the telly. And I'm going to just take it to the end there. All right, so you want to go and do that. You'll be glad to know I have done that already. All right, so it's just you're tearing on with your left hand. Yeah, little squares. Make about, let me think, you want about 20 to 24, there or thereabouts. All right, so that's what I did, a pile of those. Okay, so I'll just put those there. I didn't ink them really. I've also used sort of this background and the blue version of that as well. So that's really what I've done. And I want to cover this whole area here. So you folded it in half. Let's just, yeah, just for the ease, I want to make the inside a pocket here. So I might end up just stitching this, but at the moment I'm going to just glue it so that it stays down while I'm gluing this other bit. Alright, so let's get that there and that there, just with some glue, like you're making a pocket. It'll help with the sticking down as well. Today, and I do have the fan on in the background on low because I had to close the window, but all is good. Right, so let's grab the glue. You can actually use, let's use a glue stick. Yeah. If you're not going to stitch, I'm just going to stitch around the edges, but I'm going to use this to stick these squares on. And then you can go and ink them if you want. I haven't done that. And then it's just a case of getting that stuck down onto this page. So I'll do a few and then we'll speed it up, not to bore you. So you just want to get them across there. So the first thing I do is I think I'm going to go that way and that way, just so that I know I can space them out. So here we've got one of the little quilt ones, which are cute. I quite like them. We are really making a little quilt. We are. And just a little bit of fun. And I think this would be a great one. A, to use up your scraps. B, to sit in front of the telly. When I don't know about you, but with me, I can't sit in front of the telly watching, even if I'm intrigued, a program and not do something with my hands. I don't know if that's just a me thing or what, but I'm either doing something crafty or I'm doing something like crosswords or Sudoku. I actually cannot just sit and watch the TV just like that, even if it's a murder mystery and I'm trying to work out the plot. I don't know, I can't be the only person that has that problem. So yes, there. So I've got 3 across that way, and now we're going to go down. So I don't know why I am really doing the edges, but hey ho, there we go. Right, so we're making a little quilted pocket for the start with a little I've got a cute little plan for it. So I think I'm going to take that straight side and put it on the edge like that. I'm going to move it down a bit because I'm not sure that all of these are going to fit on. So yeah, you can lap them over as much as you want. So there we go. I think somebody has arrived because my dog is barking. Abby had a really lazy day today. She really did. I was up and about and she was still under the bedclothes, under my duvet. She's very spoiled. I'll put a picture at the end if I remember. I took one of her. Right, let me go see who's at the door. It was just my daughter. Okay, so we're just going on like this. And again, just sticking with this glue. There we go. Like that. Now it doesn't matter if it goes over a little bit. You can always trim that off. So I think that's sort of what we're going for. 5 by 3, so that's 15. So if you've got your little squares, just work out how many that you need. So I'm going to carry on. I'll put this on to speed it up a bit so you can see what I'm doing, but I won't bore you with all this, otherwise the video will take forever as well. Okay, so let's just carry on here. One thing I will say is I'm going to try and sort of keep the lines pretty much even. So that's the other. Okay everyone, so I have stuck those all down. I really like how it looks. I'm just going to take my distress ink and go across the edges quickly. And you can trim off anything if you're not happy with it. There's only one little piece over here that I want to trim off, and that's it really. I'm happy with that. Look, there's a little bit there, but it doesn't matter. It's the rustic look. All right, so now somewhere we've got our pockets sealed at the back there. All right, I'm just going to very quickly stitch across 3 sides. Now you've got your pocket at the top here. I wonder if I shouldn't just go and notch that so you know there is a pocket there. Let me grab my punch. All right, so just so that I know that that's the opening, I am going to just put a little notch there. Any punch that you have, really. If you don't have a punch, just draw a sort of a piece of a circle, like using some washi or something, you know, and cut it out. So there we go. So that's what I know is the opening at the top. All right, so let me go and do that quickly, and I'll be straight. So there we have it. It's all sewn up and really cute. That's not the end of it though. What I wanted to show you now was to use this little piece here, if I can grab it. Right, so anything that's got a neutral base, even tea stain paper would work. And I'm going to now make a little cat, believe it or not. Now, guys, you don't need to be an artist to do this. I'm definitely not a freehand artist, alright, so I promise you that. But what I want to do is sort of draw a body, a head, and a tail. All right, now this is really simplistic and, you know, young child level, so you can do this. All I want to do with my pencil is I'm going to make a sort of a little bit of a, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I just want to sort of get it here. I'm going to go over it in a pen, only because you don't need to go over it with a pen. I have cut mine out already. I'm just showing you. I've made, just with a pencil, this shape. All right, and you do it in pencil so that you can rub it out if you're not happy. All right, that shape, and then just close it off. All right, that's going to make the body. And then the head, and that's why I prefer to do it first. The head is proportionately larger, so we're going to make like a scooped half circle at the base. I'm going to take it a bit higher and make biggish sort of ears. So as I can say, this is really infant, you know, juvenile drawing stuff here. So you want to get your circle in like that and do the ears. I know you can do this. All right, and then the tail, probably from this section here, I'm going to just again go further up here. We're making a bushy tail, like that. I prefer it a bit bushier there, and sort of come in a little bit like that. Oh my goodness, excuse my drawings, guys, but this is all you need to do. All right, so there's your 3 pieces which I've just drawn, and if you're not confident, then get one of your grandchildren to do this for you. All right, so that's the 3 pieces. Now all I did was, and I'll just show you quickly with the body, is I tore this by hand. Okay, so I'm just going to take the head off. Right, so it's just using my fingernails. You can use your scissors if you're more comfortable. And I just tore it. Now with pencil, you can rub the pencil out. But I've just drawn this like this so that you can see. And then just slowly, this is about patience. You know, just go around where the line is with your fingers or your scissors, if you're not confident. And you're going to tear it out like this. All right, so there's the body. Now don't worry about that because we're going to stick the head on. All right, so you wouldn't have the marker line there. You'd have pencil, and you can rub out whatever you don't want, and then just go over it with your distress ink. Okay, and you do the same for the head and the tail. All right, the head's a bit trickier, especially when it comes to the ears. So you might want to either go really slowly, which is the answer for me really, just go really slowly. And let me tell you, if I can do this with carpal tunnel, you guys can do this. My hands are tingling and my 2 fingers are dead. But, you know, just take your time. And you get to a tricky bit, bring in the scissors, you know. You just want to tear it all out like this. Confident around the end, then just bring in the scissors and go like that. Now obviously you won't have the line around it if you've drawn pencil, and that's sort of going to make the head, if you see where I'm going with it. And then the same with the tail. All right, so that's what we've got over there, and we're going to put these onto our quilt. All right, but before we do that, I want to show you what you need to do to it. All right, so this stripe here, I quite like the color. Now you can use any one of these or any paper that you have. All right, this is just me using what I have here. Now you can even use this. It's really, this is art. We're not making a real cat. Now what you want to do is, for example, on the body, you want to, I'm going to just cut this a little bit further along, not much, because I've used a bit already. All right, but I wanted to show you, angle this slightly. You're making little triangles here, little. The width of this, I'll tell you how wide it is. This is less than 1/2 inch, this. And then I'm making these tiny triangles, all right? And they're so tiny, I've got my little scissors here, all right? So I'm going to turn the triangle over like this. Let me get the body. Put on some glue. Yeah. And use your eyebrow tweezers if you don't have anything else. And I'm making, you can see, like stripes on the cat. Oh no. I used to make a card like this long ago, so that's where I got the idea from. This is long before my journal making days, because I've always liked to make things by hand. But yes, want to grip it. I think it's easier just to use tweezers. And then I'm just putting these on the side of the body. I'm going to lift this up in a minute for you to see. All right, so you can see there, he's got little soft stripes, but you can have make your cat any color for the base, browns, ginger, whatever you want, white with ginger stripes or whatever. I had all sorts of cats, gray cat, you know, but I do a lot with my dog and things, and today I thought we're having a cat day. Yeah, so you just cut out your little triangles. Look, I've got plenty there. And they don't have to be like this. You can use, there's the floral side of that stripe, you know, and you could put that on there. There's no, this is, you know, poetic license. You can do whatever you want. Right, that one flew over the side there. Now I'll show you how I'm doing mine. So I've done the head and the tail already, and I'm now just putting the stripes on the body. So really this is the underside of the body where the paws are, because the cat's up on its back legs in my picture, but you know, it's, you can do whatever you like. Yeah. So let's move that all out the way. Here's the body now. You can see how I've done the little stripes. Yeah, you could actually tear in a couple of paws for the base. So again, I'm just going to make 2 little circles, and I suppose I should, I'm going to cut these out. I think it'll be easier. excuse my design bits here, but you know, this is just crude art, you know. Now every countryside place has a cat, you know, especially on farms and all sorts. Right, so we got the back paws out. Now I've got the face. I've got to draw in the details, but there's the little face. Yeah. I've just put 2 there on stripes on the body, and that's going to go over there. And then here's the tail and how I've just alternated the stripes there. All right. So we just got to get that stuck on how we want it. And I think I'm going to get his head turned a little bit as well. Right, so I'm going to go with the tail. I'm going to just make a little mark there, so I know where to put it, and I'm going to glue that down first. Yeah, I quite enjoyed having fun tearing everything. It was quite fun, a lot of fun. Right, so we'll have that there like that. There's the tail, right? And now we've got the body. And again, I did go around with my ink. Not worried about the neck because that'll be covered. We are going to put on the paws, so I think those will go on top of the body. So let's just get around the body like this. And as I say, I used to make a cat like this on a quilt for a card, on the front of a card. But this would look great as it is, but just instead of a pocket, or you could have a pocket, you know, use this as the front of a card. So if you're a card maker, you know, so there we go. We've got the body there, the tail. I'm going to put on these little paws. These are the back paws. Just want to, right, so again, we want to get some glue. I'm going to use these tweezers because they're here. I'm going to get one of these over there. And then so definitely go get those tweezers out that I know you're not using, because I don't use mine. Very seldom. Right. And then we'll have this one over here. So that's the back paws. And then we'll put the little head on. And again, I have gone around with the ink on this already. So I want to just make sure that I get the glue to all the edges here. Right. And then just decide how you want to orientate it. So I think I'm going to have a little slight angle because it's cheeky. Yeah. All right. How cute is that? We've got a quilt and a cat lying on the quilt because they like their luxury, just like my Abby does. Right, so now what I'm going to do is, and be brave, you know, I've got my little tester one here. Have a go at this first. You want to make a little triangle for the nose. Yeah, I've got a brown marker here, fine point. And then I'm going to go down and a little bit up and down and a little bit up like that. Yeah, have a go on a piece of paper. And then I'm going to, the eyes there, it's happy, so I'm just going to have little eyes like that. All right, so let's give that a go. So here's the middle. I'm going to have a little triangle. Start the triangle smaller. You can always make it bigger. And then I'm going to go down, up, like that, like it's almost got a little smile. Yeah? And then I'm going to go the little eye like that and the little eye like that, like it's smiling. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? So there's our little quilted cat pocket, which is too cute. Right, got to have a cat in the country for sure. Right, we want to get our book page out here. I want to just see if I can just, yes, this is loose. So let's just go like that. We want to get this on here now, all right? But we've got our pocket at the top. I want to have a pocket at the side. That's why I folded it in half. So I'm going to grab it on the side with the tail. Now if you're putting it on that side, you want the other there. And then I'm going to just take the glue and put glue on the other 3 sides. So be quite liberal with that. Yeah. I must tell you, this was not the plan I had for today. I had a totally different idea, but we'll have to do that another day. It's just strange how that happens. Right. Now, I want to get this slightly lower because I'm going to put a tag in there. So, and here's my fold line is, I'm trying to see it myself, it's over there. All right, so I'm going to get this slightly lower, like that. And there we go. And I think it looks really good on this page. Okay, so we've got that all in there. Isn't it cute? Right, so here's the card that the tag that I stitched around and just added a ribbon to. Okay, that's going to go in there. I prefer to wait for these things to dry, but you know, when you're recording, you've got to do it. And then this card that I didn't use last time, just stitched a little bit of fabric on there. I thought that was perfect, and that's going to go into the pocket that lies below, like that. And then this is going to go back on there. How cute is that? I think we need a word. That's what's missing. I used all the words from here. This is just washi now. There's no words left in there. So I'll have to find one and put it on. But yeah, that's our little project for today, guys. Go and have some fun with making a cat. I would like to see all your cats, or if you want to make a dog, you know. I'd love to see them in the Facebook group, so do go and ahead and share those with us. And yeah, I will see you on Tuesday. We will make another little project for our journal, which is coming to an end, so I better make a move on with this new kit. But we've got the cover to do and a couple of things still, so hang in there. All right, everyone, thank you so much if you've got to this point. Have a great Sunday and enjoy the rest of your week. Until Tuesday, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.